We enjoy a 24-hour news cycle that is filled with resist Trump, hate Trump, Trump bash, just everything anti-Trump you can possibly come up with. And at the same time, you would think that, take violence, for instance, it's just worse than since the Wild West days. It could not be more horrifying than it is right now. We wake up just waiting for the next mass shooting, which is getting worse every single day and year. And then you hear about the gun violence in Chicago and other big cities. It's just terrible. And then on that, just for another example, the healthcare front. I hear all the time that when you compare industrialized countries, we're at the bottom of the list in healthcare. Do you realize that? It's just horrible. I mean, there's just people dying on the corners of every street because of just the terrible medical situation we have. And of course, the only answer is, Bernie Sanders and single payer. But I'm not going to get into politics today. I'm going to give you a couple of facts, truths, news items that, oh man, we need to hear just to feel good about ourselves. And it's okay to break from the narrative of how horrible things are. One of them is concerning violence. You ready for this? Violence in America has been cut in half in its totality since the mid-1990s. Can I say that again? The rate of violence in this country, gun deaths, mass shootings, everything, cut in half since the 1990s. Now, you know what? If you're a Democrat, you can give, I don't care who you give credit for. You can give gun control credit. Don't care. You know what? Give the police credit. They're doing a great job. Don't care where you give the credit. Now, there's Republican and Democrat presidents during that time. Pick one. Give them credit. Don't care. Bottom line is things have greatly improved in the area of violence. How often do you hear that? Another area, and there are many, but a big one for me is healthcare. We hear about how bad the situation is. You ready for this? I think one of the worst things that we hear about is SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. When a baby dies in its sleep. That's just, I can't imagine going through that as a parent. But do you realize, in its totality, SIDS and any other thing that causes the death of children, ready for this? Again, since the mid-1990s, those deaths of infant or child mortality rates have been cut in half. Again, you know what? If you want to give credit to the government in some way for passing a law, I'm going to give more credit to doctors and scientists and technology that's just figuring out ways to do things better. At bottom line, lives are being saved at an incredible pace compared with the 1990s. Just those two areas are great news for America. So let's take a break from all the hatred and Antifa protests and national anthem protests and whatever, to look at ourselves, pat ourselves on the back and say, you know what? There is some good things about America happening.